welcome back to the channel. I'm Jade if you're new here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've actually been wanting to do this for such a long time, and if I'm honest, I was actually planning on doing a sort of like new in for autumn kind of video, like my favourite pieces in the stores, that kind of thing. But if you live in the UK, you're going to already know this, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you. We have got a heat wave here. It is like constantly, at least where I live, it is like 30 degrees constantly, and I could not bring myself to go shopping for autumn clothes. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. And also I'm actually going on holiday next week. I'm going for 2 weeks, but I'm actually going to 2 different locations. I'm going to Venice and then to Tenerife. Obviously, everything's going to be very hot in my world, so like autumn clothes were not a thing for me right now. So I sort of pushed that aside and decided to finally do a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I am a big fan of charity shops and thrifting and antique stores and that kind of thing. So I decided to go around all the local charity shops and see what they had. But I wanted to set myself a challenge. I didn't want to just like a normal oh, come with me and these are the few things I picked up. I wanted to set myself a challenge, and it was to create a full outfit in a budget of £20. I will start by saying that was a lot harder than I anticipated, and you'll have to keep watching the video to see if I succeeded, what I managed to find. But I have filmed a few clips in the stores just of what I found and what was there, because personally I love watching these kind of things, like seeing what's in, you know, normal stores, in charity shops, even though there's stuff that I can't go and get myself when I'm watching someone else's video. I just love seeing that kind of thing because I love thrifting so much. So what I will do is insert the clips I took while I was out and about. It was a very busy day, I think, with the weather being nice, so please excuse the fact that obviously I couldn't maybe film as much as I would like, because there would have been so many people in my videos and just in the way. It was really difficult to film what I did get. But yeah, let me take you with me, and then afterwards we will see how successful I was with my personal challenge of a full outfit for £20. And I will also just show you anything extra I bought on top, just to show you what bargains I found. Okay, so the first 2 charity shops I went to were Mind and then Cancer Research. So here we are in Mind. I apologise that the video is vertical. I correct this in the next store. I was filming and then I suddenly was like, oh no, this is for YouTube. Whereas, you know, usually if I'm filming on my phone, it would be for something like TikTok or whatever. But as you can see, they had a lot of clothes to go through in Mind, and I thought that was really good. They definitely had a really, really wide selection. I found it a little bit lacking in nice things in my size, but there were some nice pieces, and I definitely think, you know, for people looking for clothes on a budget, they definitely had some nice things. This is me looking through, I think it's the blouses, but the blouses and dresses, they're mainly dresses, but I think there were some long blouses. They're all on the same rack in there. So you can see me looking through them. They had some really nice pieces, some more quirky ones, like the spotty top. I thought it was quite nice though. It's not me, but it's nice. So if you liked your more quirky things, then maybe you'd really like it. And yeah, they just sort of have such an array. This is in the next one. This is in Cancer Research. I loved that Marks and Spencer's jumper, but it was too small for me. It was a size 6, so I wasn't going to be buying that. I am usually a UK 12 for reference, but here I am looking through the knitwear. They had some really nice pieces actually. Just again, I did find my size particularly seemed to be quite lacking. I quite liked the purple jacket in my size, I'm not gonna lie, but it was more like wedding vibes and I didn't need that. And then this is the homeware section. They had some really, really cute sets in here. So I thought I would just show you a little bit of them because I really like things like this. I absolutely love teacups and I really want a like whole set. This set right here, I fell in love with. Like, I adore it, but there was no way I was gonna be able to carry this home, and I don't have any storage space, so I didn't buy that. So spoiler alert, that's not upcoming. But yeah, and then the trousers, and this is St. Nicholas Hospice Care. They had some really nice shoes in here. Quite expensive though. Like you can see these ones that I was holding, they'd priced at £20. They definitely had the best shoe selection out of any store I went in. They didn't have many clothes though, interestingly. And then they also had a really big homeware section, as you can see. So I just thought I would film a little bit of it. Again, some sets, not as pretty as the other one, I don't think. And lots of glasses. So if I need my glasses, there. And then Dogs Trust. What I loved about this store is they sort of color coordinated everything. So they'd roughly put, you know, greens and blues together, pinks and purples together. Then they sort of had like oranges and yellows. Like it was all done very color coordinated, which I thought made it look a lot more appealing and also made it easier to see if things went together. It just made the shop look a lot more chic. I found they had a really good range of clothes as well. The only trouble is obviously you look for the color and then you're looking for your size. And then British Heart Foundation had loads of shoes, so I was like, surely there must be something in here. And they also had quite a lot of books. Okay, so as this video goes on, I am probably going to get progressively more and more sweaty. It is so hot in here. I can't even explain to you, like, this is not normal for the UK in September. Like, I feel like we do often have a heat wave in September, but it's like a heat wave of sort of like 25 degrees. But sitting at like constant 30 degrees is making my house so hot. So yeah, I apologize if I just look like a sweaty mess by the end of this. So what I found super difficult with my challenge to find the full outfit for £20 is that obviously I was very, very unlikely to be able to find something like that would all work in one store, but then I had to like decide whether to take a piece and just go with it or to go to another store and like browse and then keep going around in circles. But I didn't really want to do that. I mean, it's hot and I didn't want the charity people to think I was really strange. So what I actually did is I decided the first piece I found that I thought was nice and that was in my size, because obviously that is another issue, that a lot of nice things or things that would go with something else you've picked up will not fit. Obviously I could have sized up a little bit, but obviously I couldn't size down because, well, I wouldn't have even got into the outfit to try it. So I just went with a idea that the first piece I found that I kind of liked, I would try and create an outfit from it. And I actually did buy a top in the first store I went into. So that is what this whole outfit's based around, and you will see how successful I was finding things that matched. Okay, so this is the first thing I got. It is just a Primark blouse, so it says Atmosphere, but it was in my size UK 12. It's very, very sheer, so I must be honest, you know, like, I don't really know how that's gonna go, but I just thought it was really, really pretty. It was in this like really pale pink with this lace detail. Hopefully you can see that in the camera, and you'll obviously see it all better on the try on, but it had the like pretty lace detail, and then it had these sort of like faux pearl buttons, which I thought was really stunning, and then it had a little like cuff on the sleeve with another pearl button. I just thought this was actually super pretty, and I was really shocked it was actually just Primark. I mean, maybe the quality reflects that, but it seems quite good. And then it's sort of like a peplum shape at the bottom, which I must admit I used to wear a lot of peplum stuff, but now I find that tucking things in is generally more flattering for me. But we will see how this goes. I just thought it was pretty, so that was the first thing I picked up for the outfit, and that was £3.25. So that's how much I spent on the first part, and I thought, okay, that leaves me, you know, well, it gives me £16.75 left. Okay, so once I had obviously bought the top, my main priority was getting something for my bottom half. Like, as much as I wanted to do like the full outfit, obviously shoes, accessories, whatever, I was like, my focus really seemed to just hone in on like, what am I going to find to pair with it? Obviously, I kind of thought jeans would be a great idea just because they kind of go with everything, but there really wasn't much in my size that I could find. There was nothing in the store I bought the top from. I literally had such a bad choice of anything in my size. So I went through everything, and anything I thought would work was like too small for me or way too big, and I was just like, oh really? But then I found some trousers in my size. Okay, these are the trousers. Obviously you're not going to see them super well in the close-up, but they are like this satin material, which I don't know if I really like or not, but it may surprise me. But they are in this sort of like beige white colour. They have this little sort of like sewn detail on the, you know, the waistband. I thought they were quite nice. They were a UK size 12, and I thought maybe with the top they'd go quite well. They are reasonably wide at the bottom, which I was kind of thinking something a little bit more, I guess, skinny would go better with the peplum. So this might look a little bit too baggy together, I don't know. But this was my best bet that I found, so I grabbed them. So we will have to see how they go together. And they were £4.50, so I didn't think that was too bad. I got them in Cancer Research. So that obviously took me up to £7.25, which I thought was a really good price for, you know, the main components of an outfit. I mean, some people would argue that is a full outfit because they'd accessorize themselves, but obviously I wanted the challenge a little bit harder, otherwise that would have been easy. So I picked up next this necklace, which I also found in Cancer Research. It's a very chunky faux pearl necklace. The clasp is kind of strange. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it just like hooks. I don't know if this is going to go super well. It might be too many pearls with the buttons, but this was definitely the best necklace I found, like at least for the outfit. There was some really nice like jewellery and brooches and things in the shops, but just nothing that would go with this outfit that I had started to create. So I grabbed this. So this was £2.75, so that then took me to, God, let me do maths, £10.50. Yeah, that took me to £10.50, and I was like, oh great, so that gives me £9, yeah, £9.50 to buy shoes and a bag, because that was sort of my plan, or maybe something for my hair if I found something, you know, whatever I could sort of get within that price range. And then here is where I ran into a lot of trouble. So one thing I found is most stores I went in didn't even really have any bags, or if they did, they 100% did not go at all with the outfit. Like there would be no point even looking at them. And then shoes, the main issue I was running into, because I wear a UK size 6, which is probably one of the most common sizes, I would say, 5 and 6, is that I could not find any shoes in my size, and yeah, the handbag was like impossible to track down. I went through everything with like a fine tooth comb. I went through every possibility I could possibly find, and then I went to the actual final charity shop in the town that I had left to try, and I found some shoes. However, I think you're gonna laugh at them. I think they're cute. They sort of go with the outfit, I think. Would they be what I would pick, or a lot of people would actually pick to buy? Probably not. And I also think they were kind of overpriced for what they are, but this is what I found. I found some pink jelly shoes, and they are pink and sparkly. What I liked about them is they're definitely new. They have not been worn. Like I can tell there is no wearing to this whatsoever. I was happy that they were new, but as you can tell, like this probably wasn't really what I was looking for, but I promise you that this was the best option I had in my size in any of the stores. So I got these in the British Heart Foundation, and they were £4.50. So they're actually the same amount of money as the trousers, and I just feel like for jelly shoes, which are by a brand called OHMGRR or AA, I'm not really sure. Basically, they're definitely not a good brand, I don't think. So I feel like for some off-brand jelly shoes, I feel like they should have been selling these for a couple of pounds, honestly, but maybe it's because they're clearly new. But yeah, so that is what we ended up with. And honestly, now I'm looking at the pink shoes and the blouse together, the pinks are so different, I don't even think they're gonna work. So then by the time I bought them, that left me £5 to find a handbag. And this, everyone, is where I have to tell you I completely failed, and the the outfit is slightly incomplete. I was so gutted I could not find anything, but trust me when I say that like there was no bags really anywhere, and the few that were just did not go or were insanely expensive. Like they had some and they're not like designer or anything, and they were selling them for like £16. And I was like, that's so expensive, and they didn't really go with my outfit. They were just like the nicer bags in the store. So I decided to cut my losses and say I got a almost full outfit for £15, which I think is still a bargain. And yeah, should we try it on and just see how it turned out and how maybe hilarious this all is? I actually think the pieces individually are super nice. I think with the trousers and the top, like I kind of thought, the peplum is maybe a little bit too much, because like being wide bottomed and wide here, I think it might just be that little bit much. But I think the blouse is stunning. I have had to put a vest underneath, but it is just a Primark one, which I think cost me like £1 or £2. So technically you could still say I'm within budget. But it does need that. It is obviously completely sheer. But I think it's really pretty, and I can actually see me wearing this quite a lot. Like I think it would look really nice with some like white skinny jeans or something like that. Just something a little bit more fitted and tighter. That, or maybe I could actually just like tuck it in. Let's try it tucked in. Okay, it's not tucked in super well because the trousers are actually really tight on me. And they are my size 12, but they are tight. Like, they're fine, but to tuck stuff into, not so much. And also they're quite, well, I guess they're like mid-rise. I think for tucking this top in, because of where the peplum falls, like you can still see the outline, I think you'd need high-waisted. So I'm just going to pull it back out for now so it's more comfortable. But I still think that both pieces, like the trousers and the top, are super nice individually. And I think if you did wear them together, I don't think anyone would be like, oh my god, what is she wearing? I just think the shapes don't necessarily flatter the figure very well. And then the shoes, I mean, I don't really think the pinks match, so they don't really go, but I actually think they look really nice with the trousers, because the trousers are satin and kind of shimmer, like, or shine, I suppose. The glitter in the shoes like makes them look really nice, and they actually look a lot more expensive, I think, than they are. They don't really look like cheap jelly shoes, but they do squeak a little when I walk. I'll walk to you now. Actually, they're not making the noise as bad now. I'm gonna have to crouch down because of where I had it positioned for the whole outfit. But the necklace, I think because of where the top sits, it's not the best match, but it doesn't look bad together. My little pearls that I was wearing a moment ago when I first got changed, I still had those on, and I think they go with this a lot nicer, just because of where they were sitting with the top. Like, this is a bit of a weird where they join. Like, I feel the top needs to be lower or the pearls longer. But I think, you know, both pieces are super nice individually. And yeah, overall, I'm really happy with what I put together, considering I'm literally just working with whatever is in my size and is available. Yeah, would I wear it all together? No, but I think I found some really good bargains. Okay, so now you've seen the challenge part of the video, which I hope you enjoyed. I did promise to share just the few other pieces I bought because I think it's nice just to see what people managed to get as bargains. So let me show you the first thing. So I got myself another blouse. It's really pretty. It has these like very shimmery threads going through, but just like subtly. It is an Oasis blouse. It's a UK size 10. I'm more of a 12, but I felt like it would still fit me. It's quite loose, and then it like cinches in at the bottom, and it's in this sort of like khaki green, almost grey colour, which is very different from my wardrobe, so that's why I kind of liked it. I do love a blouse. I just think they can sort of style up anything. So I did just grab this, but it was £6.50, which I thought was quite expensive, because I was at one point thinking, oh, maybe I should swap the top and use this with the trousers, but obviously I knew I would definitely end up going over budget with this if I found the whole outfit. I mean, as I failed, I probably could have just swapped this in now. So I mean, you could swap this in for an under £20 without a bag outfit. So yeah, I thought that was really pretty. And then also in Dog's Trust, I got this little teacup and dish set. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'm like wobbling it. Let me like show you one piece at a time. So this is the little teacup. It is obviously bone china and it's by Coquelin. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I just loved the design. Like, it's got these pretty pink and white flowers with this little gold robe. I mean, this couldn't be more me if I tried. So I had to pick this up. Some of you are probably like, why do you need a teacup? I just love teacups. I don't collect loads because I just don't have the room, but I think, like, I've always wanted a set, and while I'd love a whole set, I just don't have the room or the storage, and because I'm moving abroad, it's not going to be the easiest thing to, like, keep safe. But I thought I would risk this because it was only, I'm trying to think how much they charged me because it doesn't have a price on here, it was just written next to it. I'm trying to think, I think £3.50? £4.50? It was definitely no more than £4.50. And it was that, the little saucer with the cup, and like also a little matching dessert plate or something, snack plate, I don't know what it's called technically. But I just thought it was really cute, and I think because I am moving abroad, I wanted to take a little bit of Britain with me. And then the final thing I picked up was a book. I love going around charity shops looking for books. Sometimes I think they're a little overpriced, I must say. But this was $1.99, so it wasn't bad, and it's in like super good condition. It honestly looks basically new, so I assume it was like read once and then given into the charity shop. And it is The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I read The Librarian of Auschwitz. It's a different writer, but I really enjoyed that. And I read that last year, so I decided I would pick this up to add to my collection. And okay, that is everything I thrifted. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It is a bit different. It was actually really, really fun to do. I kind of enjoyed the challenge. Maybe if you have any other sort of challenges you could think of relating around that thing, kind of thing, you could suggest it to me and maybe I will try it. And then once I am back off holiday, I am going to go shopping for some autumn pieces, of course, so then you will get that video. But I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I will see you later. Bye!